Hi, everybody. It is Monday the 31st, a Memorial Day. I talked about Memorial Day yesterday on my previous video. But again, a shout out to all of those who have given the ultimate sacrifice one can give for their country in losing their lives in warfare. And it's always so hard, you look at these things and you just go, God, so much life lost. You wish, at least in my heart, you think our time here on this little globe is so finite, and there's so much of it is spent in strife and conflict. And it's just too bad, as the creature that we are, that we could not get along better. You see so many. You look at the Serengeti. You look at areas of the world where wildlife all cohabit. I mean, there's a pecking order, and things die for other things. But there is a kind of a thing that happens, and then when people come in, they have a problem with this, and this constant strife. It's really such a tremendous loss. So it really breaks my heart for all those who have passed. But I also want to pay honor to them. Let's see. It's a holiday. There ain't much going on. I've seen some things. Some people have posted that where they live, they're having like local parades and things like that. So I hope if whoever's out doing things does it safely. It's going to be a massive travel day. So I hope everybody's as safe as they can be, getting onto airplanes and heading to their destinations. It's a new adventure. I still haven't been on a plane yet in like 14 months. I think I'll have some flights coming up at the end of July. And I feel comfortable about it just because I've had my vaccinations and everything, and I would certainly not hesitate to wear a mask. And I think the distancing is the difficult part of it when you get into these confined spaces. But it's going to be what it's going to be. So musically today, I was just kind of thinking about more things. There's something to think about every day. And I was looking at a couple of things, and I was really having trouble finding what I wanted on YouTube, because I had thought about playing along with again today, and just could not find decent versions of the stuff I was looking for. And in passing, I suddenly popped back up across an album called Full Circle, which is the album that I did with the Doors. It was the second album that the Doors recorded after Jim Morrison's passing. And I got such a kick out of it because I remember seeing the Doors playing in Hollywood, and I always enjoyed the band. And then all of a sudden to get a call to go in and work with them. I mean, the frosting on the cake would have been if Jim was still alive, but to be there, with Robbie and Ray and John was great. Just seeing these guys who I'd seen on stage and knew from records. And we went in, we cut this at A&M Records. I think Henry Louie engineered this. Henry was one of the great engineers. I worked with Henry so many times at A&M Records. I believe Henry did Blue, Joni Mitchell. But I'd see Henry, I was there like at least a couple of days a week for years, and would always see Henry and hang out with him. And just a brilliant engineer. Let me think if there's anything else. One of these songs is called The Mosquito, and it was the last single for the Doors that actually charted. And let's see. Let me see. Get out my CN. I haven't touched my fabulous new book here yet. This Raphael Martins sent me this. I showed it yesterday. It's a book for my copious notes, and it is just great. He put a cartoon on every single page with a CN. There, it's hard to see in there. CN on there, and he wrote the sweetest dedication to me. So I'm thrilled to have this, and I'm slightly hesitant I'll start marking it up, because that's why he made it for me, and I will. It's just I'm still sitting here smiling at it. On this one though, it's mostly really the cats. It's myself and John Densmore, Ray Manzarek, and Robbie Krieger, and then the background vocals on these are the amazing Clyde King and Vanetta Fields and Melissa McKay. Couldn't ask for a much better background vocal section than that. So I'm just going to go ahead and play these as we did them in the studio back in 1972. And here we are in the Wayback Machine again. So the first one I'm going to play for you is called Hardwood Floor. Here we go, the Doors full circle. Ray. Almost Ringo-like.
We got a lot, don't need no more. But all we got to live on is the hardwood floor. You know all we got to live on is the hardwood floor. We got love, don't need no more.
Beach Boys.
Well, I went to see your daddy, but he sure got sold. He said you ought to be out there fighting the war. I asked him for some money, he said what for? I told him all he got to live on is a hardwood floor.
That's Ray playing harp. Yeah, there's elements of all kinds of stuff in there. Beach Boys and really kind of Ringo-esque. Sounds like Ringo and his All-Stars. And then some Beach Boys thrown in. It's great. It was really fun. 2 years ago when we did the, just before, the last thing we did before the pandemic struck with the immediate family was we played a cruise called the Rock Legends Cruise that we're going to be doing again this coming February. From Fort Lauderdale to the Grand Caymans and back, and it's all kinds of artists on these ships. It's really great. I know Deep Purple's going to be on the cruise we're going to be on, so it's going to be fun to be with Ian and stuff. But on the one we did, Robbie Krieger was on it, and we were hanging out and just kind of reminiscing about the days cutting this album and stuff. It's interesting, when you have these long histories and then periods go by where you don't see each other and then you catch up, and as soon as you see each other, it's kind of like it was yesterday. It's almost like you're finishing a sentence that you had 30 years earlier. It's great. Now, this song is the one I said, it's The Mosquito, and The Mosquito was the last Doors single to ever chart. And it's quite different. Just check it out. This is very unlike what you would think.
Moleste mosquito, no me moleste mosquito, no me moleste mosquito, why don't you go? No me moleste mosquito, let me eat my burrito. No me moleste mosquito, why don't you go home? Mosquito, no me moleste mosquito, no me moleste mosquito, why don't you go home? No me moleste mosquito, just let me eat my burrito. No me moleste mosquito, why don't you go home?
Now we're Boogaloo. Psychedelics. Wow, wow. That's a trip. It's kind of like I'm sitting here thinking, God, I'm thinking of Shindig and Hullabaloo and all those shows, and they would have like psychedelic things going on and dancers, in go-go boots and things like that. That's great. It's crazy. That's fun stuff. I'm going to do one last tune here. I'm going to see if there's anything else information-wise for you here. I don't believe so. I think I gave you all the info on it. So it's called It Slipped My Mind. Here we go. It's just a trip, to have had a chance to play with the Doors after being a fan and enjoying the group and all that stuff, and all of a sudden to have found myself sitting in the studio and looking at the guys. That's always kind of crazy, and you kind of go, what the hell am I doing here? Jesus. But we had a great time. Really sweet people. I was really sad when Ray passed away. Really wonderful, keyboard player and arranger for this stuff. And they were just a really nice, cohesive trio. They really complemented each other. So here we go. It Slipped My Mind. This feels, where's Jim? This kind of...
It just doesn't slip my mind. It just doesn't slip my mind. It's just so hard to find. It just doesn't slip my mind. I left my body somewhere down the line. It's just so easy to lose track of time. It just doesn't slip my mind. It just doesn't slip my mind. It wouldn't matter, but it's time to meditate. It just doesn't slip my mind. My memories unrefined. They must have spiked my wine, because it just doesn't slip my mind. My mind and body are still out of tune. I hope they run into each other real soon. It just doesn't slip my mind. It just doesn't slip my mind. I wouldn't mind, but it's cold here on the moon. It just doesn't slip my mind. Alright, now slip it to me. It just doesn't slip my mind. My memories unrefined. It just doesn't slip my mind. They must have spiked my wine. My mind and body are still out of tune. I hope they run into each other real soon, because it just doesn't slip my mind. It just doesn't slip my mind. I wouldn't mind, but it's so cold here on the moon. It just doesn't slip my mind. It just doesn't slip my mind.
I made a mistake on the last two mentioning where there was a harmonica solo. I think it was Robbie Krieger who played the harmonica on that. So it wasn't Ray, it was Robbie. So it's just a kick just to think back. I got to play with the Doors. Jim wasn't there, but the other three guys were. It's like it's a trip. I'm still geeky fanboy about all that stuff. So it was really a trip to be in the studio with these people. So I'm going to wish everybody a great holiday rest of the day. If you're celebrating this, so much stuff is closed that there's not a lot to be done. Certainly no government things. But I'm going to run to the supermarket right now. I've got to pick up some stuff to make for the boys. And it's so weird. I kept trying to put up this really fun slow-mo of them, which I filmed in slow-mo. And every time I would load it onto my page here, it would come up full speed. Yet I ended up trying it out, threw it on my Facebook page, and it came up slow-mo. So I have no idea what the technical problem was with this thing, but I tried putting it up, and then I would take it down, and then people going, oh, you had something up and you took it down. What's going on? So that was it. It was not as much fun in regular time as it was to watch these guys' faces just, just kind of melding around. So have a great weekend, what's left of it, and be safe, enjoy yourselves, and be with friends. We've been waiting a long time to be able to be social critters again. So I will be back tomorrow, and let me think. And also, I didn't give a shout out. Jesus. Wow. I just suddenly am having one of my senior moments here. Okay. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll investigate what I was trying to think of right here. Oh, no. Okay, sorry. B.J. Thomas. B.J. passed away a couple of days ago. And I don't think I shouted out. I had the really wonderful fortune of recording with him. And also the last time we played together was celebrating Hal David's 90th birthday at the Mark Taper Forum here in Los Angeles at the Music Center. And a lot of people on that show. And BJ came on. I think we did Raindrops with him. And but just a wonderful man, wonderful guy. And I was just so heartbroken to hear that he had succumbed to, I believe it was lung cancer. So I'm sorry I spaced out there. I got too many names in my head after so many years. It's like, wow. Okay, I've taken up enough of your holiday. I am out of here. I will see you all tomorrow. Okie doke. Okay, bye-bye.